Hello, everybody. This is my first day back in the bee park all year. And if you look here, you see like a gazillion bees. I'm right in the middle of them. They're all around my head. But I feel safe in my suit, but my hand is free, so I know they're going to sting me soon.
So generally the equipment that is not being used, I just stack up and put an inner cover on and try to seal it off at the bottom. And we're going to just double check this equipment to make sure that it hasn't been invaded by moths. We put mothballs on it before, but it's time to put some more on. So far so good on this stack. I don't see any mothballs left from the last batch I put on, so I'm going to put a few on. You put a few in between each of the frames and then you stack them up and make sure they're pretty well sealed. I actually use an occasional spacer so that I can put a bunch of them in. So we're going to put more mothballs in these guys here, and they're probably going to go on in May, and it's currently the last day of February, leap year. So there's a few more months that these guys have to remain in storage. The spacer gives me a little room between the supers to put the mothballs in. Halfway up, I'm going to put a bunch, and then we'll put the rest of the supers on, and then towards the top I'm also going to put a bunch in. Looks to me like some of these girls are bringing pollen back already. I don't know what might be out there, but there was one that was just so heavy laden with pollen she fell to the ground. They're finding something somewhere. Oh yes, we welcome the bee back to the bee park. Well, of course they're going to be on you. They're looking for anything that they could possibly get to eat. Today the goal is I'm going to pull the burlap boxes off of the hives, and then we're going to go in and put in our pollen patties. It's March. It's time to get these guys built up.
But we are going to go in and see if their, especially #1 hive is still going. And we're going to see how everybody's doing. And welcome to the pollinators. And hopefully we'll have a great beekeeping season. See you.
The first thing we're going to do is we're going to give them a little smoke. Chase them down, because we're going to take this top feeder box off. I don't really want them flying around. So we're going to separate this top screen.
Oh, I did.
They will come out. Yep. So this, I'm just going to tap the bees off of it. And now we're just going to take the inner cover and put it back on the hive. Try to convince them not to be around. Okay, go ahead. Right.
Remember, videotaping with me is a dangerous thing.
I know, luckily I can bleep things
edit it
out.
all out.
Yeah. Okay, get ready with the inner cover. Go ahead. The inner cover on that one. Pull that burlap out. Hang on the fence. And this one's configured a little bit different.
Take that off?
Yeah, take that off. I'll set that in front so we don't squish the bees. That should be good. Here, I'll put it in front. There we go. Now, this one I think we're going to go right down and take a peek. That's a fairly calm. Let me get some of the patties out. So these are the patties we're putting on. And we're going to go down one box, so bring the smoker around again. Lift this whole upper super off. going to take a quick peek. I'm not expecting that they're really starting in on brood yet, but they might be. So I'll take a quick peek down here. If we can get these loose. Come on, girl. Come on, a little smoke there. The problem I've had with these is the nails coming out and the frames coming apart. So they're a little extra gummy. Which is a good thing. It indicates there's heat. And I don't know if this is a populated frame or not. I'm really just wanting to see if they're starting anything.
No, there's
With regards
nothing
to
in here.
brood. So there's nothing on that frame. It is, after all, March.
I'd be surprised if there was brood.
I would not, but
There's something. It might be.
What's that?
See there? There's stuff right there.
yeah, she's got pollen.
Yeah, it looked like an egg.
Really?
Yes. It wasn't bee though.
Let's see. These cells might have eggs in
See?
them.
They're right there.
You can see the eggs?
Yeah. There's three cells right there with eggs.
Those might actually be closed up cells.
There's eggs here. They're white in the middle.
Tiny little grain of rice at the bottom of the cell.
Yeah, it looks like an egg.
Good.
Just a few, but it's a start.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay, girls. Well, actually, you know what? I want to do this way. That way, we're pretty sure whatever area they're going to be bringing brood, or starting brood in, they'll get. Let me just look at the bottom of this super to make sure nobody's going to get that damaged. And that's one hive done. So these ones I'm not going to bother to try to inspect. Just going to go in and put the pollen patty on.
Okay.
Oh, you want to get it?
I'll do it together.
Okay. Put it on the bricks. There we go. This one doesn't have much population down here, but they may have moved up a little bit. But we're not going to spend a lot of time doing this. We're just going to put the patty on.
Okay, well, we don't have to worry about smoking it because there's plenty of room.
Yeah, yeah. Now this is the one that's been a little buzzy. So let's see what's going on in here. Get the smoker ready. Fuzzy isn't necessarily a good thing. I actually want to just take a look in here. This was a storage super that was very light. It's got a little honey in it. Not many bees though, you know? Either they are clustering up there, where there seem to be a lot of bees at the top of the hive, or they're deep. And we're gonna look just to see if they're deep. I don't think so. I am just not seeing much of a population in this one, except in the upper super.
Yeah.
So we'll put the pollen patty on this one here, up here.
Okay.
These two hives were honey-fed hives, so they're going to be configured and react a little differently. We'll start with the whole burlap thing.
Pretty good.
Good, okay. I'm going to try to lift it and see if my arm holds out.
Oh my! That's bee heaven.
Oh my, sounds like good.
That's great.
Yeah. Okay, grab a pollen patty. Number 8 is looking like it came through the winter with a nice population. Yeah, they'll eat that wax paper off of there.
Yeah, you said. All right.
All right, down one. So you want to have that as close to wherever they're going to raise brood as possible. Normally they won't do that at the top of the hive. Yeah, sometimes they do. I'll get the smoker ready because this one has in the past been a tad aggressive sometimes. It's a very hot
Sorry,
item.
that was really
a bee
hot.
smoker. Now this one, I was worried might be in really bad shape.
It
Going
doesn't
into
look
the
like
fall.
it's in bad shape.
No, it doesn't look in bad shape at all.
You want a
Nice.
pollen cake?
Yep.
They're over there in that box. You better get them. I'll keep smoking.
Okay, that should be enough of the smoke. And this is a very solid hive. Even if it's our aggressive one, they're not really aggressive right now, which is good.
That's good.
Yep. Once again, another episode from Buzz Park
Hi.
down here. Hello. So we'll see you next week. Remember to like and subscribe. It really does help us out. And once again, we welcome the bee back to Buzz Park.
I do sting, so be careful.
And we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye-bye.